It's a really dumb thing to do, and yet a really intriguing, like, I wonder if we could make it, since only half the boats that enter each year make it, right? It's a start in Port Townsend, Washington, where the Northwest Maritime Center is located. They organize and host the race. You start there, and then they sail across the Strait of Juan de Fuca, which is notorious for lots of weather and current and stuff. And if you can make it to Victoria, that's your final kind of checkbox, right? They've already looked at your sailing resume and all of that kind of stuff. But if you can make it across, then you're in. If you capsize or get dismasted or get pitch pulled or some of the things that happened on this year's race, then you're out.
Yeah.
Being delighted with our teamwork, right? We're all different. We all have different boats that we sail in different ways. So to be able to, you know, kind of train together and then come to, you know, some consensus out on the water. Do we this? Do we do that? Do we trim the sails this way or that way? And, you know, getting to the end of a race and actually completing it, which was our big check mark, and knowing that, you know, some other adventure, whether it's this or something else I do with any one of these guys or all of them again, that was super cool, right? Because it's a stressful situation, you never know, right? The sense of, you know, accomplishment, which I never sort of anticipated that, but as it's soaking in, being back on land, figuratively and literally, it's kind of a big deal, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. People are telling us it's a big deal, so we're starting to realize it, right? The joy started a couple hours before, because unlike typical Alaskan conditions, the sky turned like this, the wind came up behind us, we put out our, you know, our best red spinnaker and, you know, kind of sashayed into the finish line, and it was the best sailing we'd had the whole race, and it was just beautiful weather, and so it felt great in a sense of you know, relief. It was really happy.
Would you do it again?
I've been asked that a lot. When I was asked that the first time, no way. But after, you know, a couple good night's sleeps and hot meals and a shower or two, we were like, okay, we wouldn't do it again, but if we did, we'd do it with this boat, we'd do it with that, and here's where we'd go, and here's what we've learned. So, no idea. At this point, maybe.
Look at you, perfect.